What's going on, everyone? Marksman here. In today's video, I'm going to be going over how every current champion in the UFC, excluding John Jones because he's a fake champion, I'm going to be going over how all of them can become the GOAT of their division. So yeah, let's get into it, and make sure to like and subscribe if you like these videos. So first, for Pantoja, I think he's going to need 3 or 4 more defenses to be in the conversation. Honestly, I don't think there's any way that he can become the undeniable GOAT because DJ has so much more wins than him. But Pantoja does have the better resume, so maybe 3 or more good defenses against high-level fighters, and you can have him in the conversation to be the GOAT. But I mean, will that even be enough? I'm not even sure, but I'm trying to keep it realistic here. Obviously, if I was oh, he needs 8 more title wins, that's not realistic. No one in the modern era is going to get as many as DJ did, but DJ also fought fucking cans. DJ fought Tim Elliott as his title defense, so I mean, Pantoja beat Brandon Royval, Steve Erceg, he's going to be a future champ. He beat Brandon Moreno. I mean, this guy has great wins, better wins than DJ. DJ only has 1 good win, and it's Henry Cejudo. So for O'Malley, I think he needs to beat Merab and Umar, and then I think he'll be the best because he'll be tied with that 3 defenses with Aljo and Cruz, but I mean, Cruz didn't beat that good of fighters compared to O'Malley's resume, and Aljo, I mean, his title defenses don't really count, to be honest. He should have 1 title defense versus Jan in the second fight, or 2 defenses, because he beat Cejudo. But it depends if you consider the second Jan fight as a defense. There's an argument that Aljo only has 1 title defense versus Cejudo, and he won the belt versus Jan in the rematch. But anyways, if O'Malley beats Merab and Umar, I mean, look at this guy's resume. He beat Peter Yan, Aljo, Merab, and Umar Nurmagomedov. I mean, 3 of these guys there are top 5 bantamweights of all time. So that's a crazy resume, and I think if he just beats 2 more guys, I think he'll be the GOAT of the division. For Topuria, I think he just needs to beat Max, Volk, and then 1 more win versus whoever's next after that. And I think he'd be above Volk. Because obviously, I mean, if you have 2 wins over Volk, you don't need that many defenses to pass him. Obviously, Volk had, 6 defenses, I think? 5 or 6? And Topuria would have 3 defenses, but he would have better wins than Volk. I mean, Volk, he would have beaten the guy that beat Max 3 times, and the guy who was the previous GOAT of the division, and he would have a win over the previous 2nd best featherweight of all time. I mean, featherweight's stacked. I think it just depends on your wins in this division. Defenses don't matter that much. I mean, they matter, obviously, but it more matters who you beat. So I think 3 more wins against these guys, and he's, I think, undeniably the GOAT. Islam, simple. This is simple. He needs to defend against Arman, or maybe Charles if Arman's still suspended, and then he's the GOAT and he can leave the division and move to welterweight. He already has the best resume in lightweight history. I mean, Dober, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, Charles, Volk twice, Poirier. Poirier is a pretty good win. So yeah, I mean, he already has 3 defenses, 1 more defense. He has more defenses than Khabib with a better resume. I mean, I think he's already the GOAT, but I mean, just to put that argument to bed, just 1 more defense, and then that argument is done. For Bilal has the roughest road to GOAT status. Obviously, he's competing against GSP. He's not going to get 9 title defenses. I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's already 36, so he needs to stay active, beat Shavkat, maybe later this year, beat Usman early next year, and then Islam later in Abu Dhabi next year. And then if Leon gets back to the title, he can beat Leon again. And I think his resume would 100% be the best of all time in welterweight. I mean, GSP's wins aren't as good as Bilal's. I mean, and if you add Usman, Islam, and Leon to that, I mean, that's a crazy resume, and I think that would make him the GOAT. But I don't think this is happening. I think Bilal's too old to get that many defenses. Dricus, he needs to win over Adesanya, Strickland again, and then the winner of Whittaker Hamzat. That'll be 3 defenses, but Those would be pretty good 3 defenses. And then maybe he could defend one more time against Anthony Hernandez if he gets up there. Michel Pereira maybe if he gets up there. I mean, 3 or 4 defenses, and I think he's the GOAT because he already has a win over Strickland. He has a win over Whitaker already. Imagine 2 wins over Whitaker, a win over Adesanya, and 2 wins over Strickland. I mean, that'd be a crazy resume. I mean, obviously better than Silva's resume. Silva has the worst fucking resume in the UFC history, man. For one of these all-time greats, his resume sucks. So yeah, I think these wins would put Dricus over Silva. I guess you could have Silva there. Silva or Adesanya. For Pereira, I mean, I don't think he's going to be the GOAT. I mean, John Jones has so much volume at light heavyweight. What does he have, like 12 or 13 total title defenses? I'm not even sure, but he needs to beat Ankalaev or Rakic, Hill again, and then Izzy again, and then maybe Blachowicz again, or whoever's after that, whoever's the top contender. Because I think if Blachowicz gets one more win, I think he gets a title shot. But other than that, there's not really anyone who he could defend against. I think he'll fight Izzy later this year if he wins. But like, I don't even know who he's gonna defend against later this year. Like, there's no one else for him because they made that stupid fight with Ankalaev and Rakic. I don't get it. Like, they should have just booked Pereira versus Ankalaev in Abu Dhabi. That would have been a banger co-main event. I mean, imagine that card with Pereira, Ankalaev, and Topuria Holloway. Like, that would have been crazy. So this would have given him 4, 5, 6 defenses at light heavyweight with better wins than Jones. I think this would make him the GOAT, but I don't think it's happening because Pereira's too old. And then last but not least, last and probably the best, maybe, Aspinall. He just needs to beat the winner of Gane versus Volkov and then beat Pereira or Jones, but Jones is going to retire. Everyone knows that. But I mean, just based on how dominant he is and how clean his performances are, I think this would make him the GOAT of the heavyweight division. So, I mean, this one's pretty simple. So yeah, I mean, this is it for my video. And if you guys liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be dropping more bangers for you guys consistently. So yeah, like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you can get notified every time I post. This is Marksman and I'm out.